Perfect. So I'm going to set the recording so we can put it on the YouTube page. And good morning, Jerry. Looks like it's you and I to start, and then I know we'll have at least one more joining us here after a little while. Okay. Today's class, it's basically broken into 3 sections. The first section is going to be Breath of Fire in our standing series. And then the middle section today is going to focus on lower back and hips. I know it's a challenging area for a lot of people. I know it is for me as well. So I'm hoping that might resonate with a lot of people watching. And then the third section when we wrap things up is actually going to be a guided meditation today. So hopefully that sounds good to you, and let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself.
Okay.
Just in case.
Can you hear the music in the background? I tried to make it soft, but
I can't hear it, but I don't mind silence.
Okay.
But if you want to make it for the recording, you'll need to raise it up.
Raise the volume a little bit. Okay, good to know. Thank you. All right, so let's start with our breath of fire. Get into a comfortable seated position on your mat. Breath of fire is actually one of my favorite ways to start every day because it really wakes up your central nervous system and gets you ready to go, for whatever it is your day entails. So I always like to start our yoga practice with that as well. Just as a reminder, breath of fire is all abdominal breathing. You're going to focus on the exhalation, and the inhale will happen naturally. Always through your nose. It kind of sounds like a sharp sneeze. So I'll just give you the sound example is, okay. And so what you're going to do is I'm going to count you off. We're going to do 3 rounds of 20. So to start, inhale, lengthen through the spine, close your eyes, and exhale, 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 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release all the air out of your lungs. Take a couple of natural breaths, and then we'll move into round 2. So round 2 of breath of fire, big inhale through your nose. And exhale, 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 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Blow all that air out of your lungs. Hopefully you're starting to feel your body awaken a little bit. And let's move into that third and final round. Big deep breath, lengthen your spine, close your eyes, and exhale, 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 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Beautiful. So could you feel that, Jerry? Can you feel it waking you up? Good, okay. So let's move into our sun salutations to get our practice started today. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my mat back just a little bit, so I'm not cutting myself off here. Hopefully that's a little bit better. So we're gonna come to the front of your mat. Feet together. Yeah, a chair is a wonderful thing to have as a modifier. Good on that, Jerry. Okay, and so to start, we're going to do 3 rounds of sun salutation A. So we're going to go inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward, and bring your fingertips towards the floor or toward your chair, whichever you prefer. A bend in your knees as needed is no problem here either. You're going to inhale and come to a flat back. This will reset the pose for you. And exhale, release. Let your upper body Fold over your lower body. Beautiful. Inhale, and as you exhale, step or hop back into a plank position. We're going to bend our elbows into a half push-up or chaturanga. As we inhale, we're going to roll over our toes, upward facing dog, gazes up. And exhale, roll back over your toes, downward facing dog. We're not going to spend too much time inverted in this class, just these few downward facing dogs. Go ahead and find a comfortable place. Think about rooting your fingers and your toes into your mat. Always coming back to your breath. So the breathing that we do during class is called water breathing. And you'll hear me count it off quite a bit. The focus is on inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4, preferably through your nose. So let's try that once. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And your next inhale, bend your knees, gazes between your hands, and step or hop forward. As you exhale, fold forward, letting gravity just pull your upper body down, relaxing your neck, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, gazes up. Exhale, release into mountain pose. Beautiful. You know what? We've got somebody joining us here, so give me just a second. Jerry, we'll let her in. Hi, Susan.
Forgot it's on. I had mute button on.
No problem. So hi, Susan.
Hi.
It's you and Jerry and I today.
Okay.
I apologize, the group shrunk a bit when we had to reschedule it from yesterday to today. So it'll just be a small, intimate group today, but I know we're going to have fun. And we've already started with Breath of Fire and our first round of our sun salutation. We're going to do 2 more rounds of sun salutation. Then we're going to do a standing series. And then we're going to focus on lower back and hip opening exercises today for our psoas muscle and our low back. And then we're going to end with a 10-minute guided meditation. Okay, very good. All right, we're going to pick up where we left off. We're going to go back to sun salutation. So sorry. Thought I had that off. Great. Okay, so coming back to the top of our mat, feet together, arms down by our sides. Round 2 of our sun salutation. So as we inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward, reaching your fingertips toward the mat. Feel free to use a block here, would be a great modifier, or a chair. And bend those knees as necessary. So keeping your fingers wherever they are for support. Inhale and come to a flat back. We're going to reset here. And exhale, release even further into that forward bend. Remembering that wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. As we inhale, we're going to step or hop back into a plank position, coming down to a half push-up or chaturanga. As we exhale, inhale, rolling over your toes, upward facing dog, gazes up. Exhale, rolling back over your toes, downward facing dog. I'm going to take a few breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. We'll inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. On your next inhale, go ahead and bend your knees, come up on your toes, gazes between your hands, and step or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Really letting gravity help your upper body melt into your legs. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, gazes up, and exhale into mountain pose. We're going to do one more of those. It's our last sun salutation for the day, so we're going to make it our best one. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing your fingertips toward the mat. Inhale, flat back. This is our reset. And exhale, fold even deeper into that bend. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Beautiful. Now step or hop back into that plank half push-up, also known as chaturanga. We're going to inhale, roll over your toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll back over your toes, downward facing dog. Please feel free to move around as you need here. Sometimes shifting the weight back and forth from one leg to the other can help to open up your hips. Really think about grounding the palms of your hands and your feet into the mat. Feeling really stable. Always coming back to that breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. As we inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. On your next inhale, come up on your toes, bend your knees, gazes between your hands, step or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up. And exhale into mountain pose. Beautiful. Okay, now moving forward, we're going to go into ragdoll. So I'm going to move my blocks so you guys can see my feet all the way out of the way here. So for ragdoll, we want our feet just about shoulder width apart. Hands to the soft part of your waist. Inhale, lengthen, look up. And as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, reaching toward our big toes. Please feel free to bend your knees as necessary here. This is a great place to think about using your chair as a modifier too, or even a block. Coming back to your breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Now, as we inhale, we're going to come back to that flat back that we used in our sun salutation. And if your hands are touching the ground and you're able to move them underneath your feet, this will get you even deeper into that pose. If not, use any of the modifiers we've already discussed. And as you exhale, fold deeper into your ragdoll pose. Really thinking about the yin and the yang and the opposing energies here. Your legs are engaged. Your upper body is fully relaxed. Let it hang, let gravity do the work. Beautiful. We're going to bring our hands back to the soft part of our waist. Inhale and return to standing. From here, we're going to move into triangle pose. So I'm going to go ahead and step back with my left foot. Right foot is square with the front of the mat. And we're going to square our hips off, facing away, kind of facing toward the long part of the mat here. Okay. Inhale, arms out to the sides. As we exhale, we're going to lean forward into the pose first. And then think about coming down, reaching either for a block or for your big toe. You could use the chair as a modifier here, whatever feels good. That left arm should be extended up toward the ceiling. And if it feels comfortable to do so, think about shifting your gaze toward that upper palm. Always coming back to your breath. Beautiful. And as we inhale, we're going to return to center. Pivot your feet. Now your left foot is facing toward the back of the mat. Hips are still squared off to center. Inhale, arms out to the sides. As we exhale, we're going to lean forward first and then come down, bringing your left hand toward your left foot. Right arms up toward the sky and gazes upward. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale, return to center. Now we're going to go ahead and shift our weight and square our hips off toward the front of our mat. Right foot is forward, left foot is backward at about a 45-degree angle, and now we're going to move into reverse triangle. So go ahead and keep that right hand on the soft part of your waist. We're going to inhale and bring our left arm up, fill those lungs with air, and as you exhale, we're going to come down, twist, bringing our left hand toward the outside of our right foot. Right arm comes up in the air. Again, great time to use a block or a chair as a modifier. If you don't have blocks, a nice thick hardbound book does wonders. Always coming back to your breath. As you inhale, we're going to windmill our arms, pivot our feet, and center our hips toward the back of our mat. This time the left foot is pointing forward, right foot is behind at a 45-degree angle. Left hand to the soft part of your waist. Inhale, right arm comes up in the air. As you exhale, we're going to twist and bring that right hand to the outside of your left foot. Left arm extends up, gazes up toward the sky or ceiling. And inhale, windmill those arms. And now we're going to move into our side angle and reverse side angle poses. So we're going to come back to our right foot facing forward. Left foot is behind, hips are squared off toward the center of the mat again. This time I want you to bend that front knee to 90 degrees, being careful to keep your knee from going out over your ankle. We want to keep it either on top of or behind your ankle. Inhale, arms come out to the sides. As we exhale, we're going to bring that right palm to the outside of our right foot. Again, great time to think about using a block. Left arm comes up and over, and we're going to make a beautiful diagonal line with that extended left leg and torso. Gaze is up toward the fingers of your left hand. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And as you inhale, return to center. We're going to go ahead and pivot those feet. Bend that left knee, again, being conscious to stay at 90 degrees. Inhaling, arms come out to the sides. Really fill those lungs up, lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, we're going to lean forward first. Bring that left hand to the outside of our left foot. And the right arm comes up and over in a beautiful diagonal line. Coming back to your breath. Inhaling through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, And exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale, return to center. Now we're going to shift our weight back where the right foot is pointing toward the front of our mat. Back foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Hips are squared off toward the front of your mat. Now we're going to bend that front knee, keeping your right arm on the soft part of your waist. Inhale, left arm comes up. Big deep breath. Fill those lungs with air. And as you exhale, we're going to twist, bringing that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And we're going to bring our hands into prayer position. And really think about twisting that spine, trying to bring those hands to heart center. With each inhale, you're going to think about lengthening through your spine. And as you exhale, we're going to twist and open that chest. And inhale, release. Coming back to center. We're going to pivot our weight and do the same thing on the opposite leg. So squaring our hips off toward the back of our mat. Left foot is pointed forward. We're going to bend that left knee. And the left hand comes to the soft part of our waist. Inhale, right arm comes up in the air. Exhale, twist the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Hands come to prayer at heart center. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, twisting. Thinking about bringing those hands to heart center. And always coming back to our breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Beautiful. Inhale, return to center. And we're going to stay here with our hips squared off. And we're going to work on our wide leg stretch. We do this one in 3 parts, A, B, and C. So first of all, bring those feet about 3.5 meters apart, a little more than shoulder distance because it is our wide leg stretch. We're going to bring our hands to the soft part of our waist. Inhale, slight back bend. Really fill those lungs with air. And as you exhale, fold forward, trying to bring your hands down toward the mat. Again, any modifier you need here, whether it's a chair or a block or 2 is great. If you are able to get your hands all the way to the mat, you want to think about walking the palms of your hands back toward your heels. It feels a little unusual because it shifts our weight into the balls of our feet. And most of the time we live with our weight in our heels. So this is going to feel a little different, but it should feel really good. Coming back to your breath here. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now bring your hands to the soft part of your waist. Inhale and return to center. And for the second part of this, we're going to go ahead and keep our hands on the soft part of our waist throughout wide leg B. So we're going to inhale, fill those lungs with air, really opening up your chest. Think about winging your elbows out to the side. It really allows for maximum breath. And as you exhale, fold forward to a place that feels comfortable for you. And always coming back to your breath in the pose. As you inhale, really think about winging those elbows out to the side, opening up your chest. And as you exhale, fold deeper into the pose. Beautiful job. Inhale and let that breath bring you back up. And for the last part of our wide leg stretch, we're going to think about bringing our hands behind our back. Now, there's lots of different ways to do this. The traditional way to do it in this pose is to interlace your fingers behind you and work toward pulling them away from your body, really opening up your chest and your shoulders. That can be a lot though. And so a modification that I really like for this one is to grasp your wrists or your forearms, which still opens up your chest, but without putting so much tension against it. So find the hand placement that feels good to you. Inhaling, fill that chest up with air. As you exhale, fold forward and think about pulling your arms and however you're holding them, but pulling them away from your body and creating a nice stretch in your shoulders. Always coming back to your breath. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Inhale and let that breath bring you back to center. And now we're going to go into our intense side stretch. And so again, on this one, there's a few different ways that we can move our hands. The traditional way in this pose is to bring your palms together in prayer, but at your back instead of your front. Think about walking them up your back as far as it feels comfortable to do so. Another modifier here is the one I had just showed you, where you can think about grasping for your forearms or even your wrists, or just interlacing your fingers if that feels good to you too, okay? Just to give you some options. And then we're gonna have our right leg facing forward. Left leg is behind us. Left foot is at about a 45-degree angle. Engage those hands and arms however you feel most comfortable. Inhale, slight back bend here, gaze is up. And as you exhale, fold forward and thinking about melting your upper body on that right thigh. Now you can also keep one hand behind your back and hold on to the chair or the block for a little more stability. Beautiful modifications. Coming back to your breath, inhaling and exhaling. And on your next inhale, let that breath bring you back up to center. Then go ahead and pivot our feet. Shifting our sight, and squaring our hips off toward the back of the mat. Again, bring your hands into any of the different positions we discussed at the beginning of the last one. As you inhale, slight back bend, fill your lungs with air, lengthen your spine. And the counter pose is to fold forward as we exhale, letting our upper bodies melt onto that left thigh. Gazes down toward your toes. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And on your next inhale, let that breath bring you back up to center. And we have 2 more poses in our standing series, and then we'll move into our lower back psoas hip opening part of the series. So here we're going to do extended leg, A, B, and C, and then we're going to follow it up with tree, okay? So for extended leg pose, first what I want you to do is think about bringing your feet to about shoulder width apart, and we're going to shift all of our weight into our left leg. So your left leg becomes really heavy, and your right foot is nice and light. These are our balancing poses. So I want you to think about finding a spot out on the floor or even low on the wall, about 4 to 6 feet in front of you, and a fixated spot that doesn't move, okay? So once you have that visual, and again, shift that weight into the left leg, when you're ready, we're going to inhale and pick up our right knee. Now you can stay here if you like. If you're ready to go a little bit further, We're going to take that knee, and you certainly are welcome to extend your leg here as well. It is our extended leg pose. So you can build up to this, but always feel free to stay here right at the knee. We're engaging all of the same muscles. So from here, as we exhale, we're going to think about opening up our hip, bringing that leg out to the side. Again, totally fine to do it from your knee. If you were going to do it from your toe, you would just bring the entire leg out to the side. Now, as we exhale, we're going to bring our leg back in front. Hands come to the soft part of our waist, or a chair for stability is fine as well. But go ahead and keep that right leg up off the ground. Try not to bend too far backward, gazes towards your toe. And we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, release. Beautiful job. Now let's shake out our legs a little bit. And move my chair over here so I can show you guys what that modifier looks like with the chair as well. So we're going to move to the other side, shifting the weight. So we're heavy in our right leg this time. Really light to the point where you can lift the left one off the ground. Find your focal point, your fixed focal point again. When you're ready, inhale, lifting your knee up. Left knee, we're going to grab it with our left hand. Beautiful job. Stay here if you like. You can also extend, or just keep the focus at your knee. As we exhale, we're going to open up that left hip, bring your leg out to the side. Always coming back to our breath here. And then from here, we're going to bring our leg back to center. I'm going to show you with the chair here as a modifier. You can get that support. Again, we really want to think about not leaning too far backward or too far forward. You want to keep your posture upright. Lift that leg as high as you can, and we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1, release. Nice job. Okay, now moving on to tree pose. Same concept on balance and shifting of weight in our focal point. So we're going to do that again. Shift the heaviness into your left leg. We're going to lift our right leg up first. Find your focal point. And when you're ready, we're going to reach down and think about bringing that right foot up towards your left leg. Now, a couple of options. If it's too much to engage with your thigh, and also please feel free to use your chair here. You can also put that right foot against your left calf or shin. And what that will do is also give you a stable point that doesn't require quite as much balance. What I would like to see you stay away from though is try not to put your foot against your knee, because we don't want to hyperextend your knee, okay? So find the place that's comfortable for you. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Beautiful. Stay here if you like. If you want to go a little bit further, we're going to interlace our fingers, flip our palms up. Arms are raised overhead, and then gaze is up toward the ceiling, or like a sun, like the tree looking up at the sun. Always coming back to your breath, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Bring those hands back to heart center. And when you're ready, you can reach down and release that right foot. Beautiful trees. Okay. Now for the other side, we're going to go ahead and shift our weight over to the right, making that left leg really light. Find your focal point. Inhale. Bring that left foot up somewhere on your right leg, just not your knee. And when you're ready, bring your hands to heart center. Nice breath, inhaling and exhaling here. And then your next inhale, interlace your fingers. As you exhale, we're going to flip our hands and arms up toward the ceiling. Gazes up toward our hands, like a tree welcoming the sun. And if you fall out of the pose, just get right back in, no problem. Beautiful. Exhale, Bring those hands back to heart center. One more beautiful inhale here. And on your exhale, reach down and release that left foot from your right leg. Beautiful job. Okay.
Yes, thank you. Allison and Jerry, I actually have to go to hydration now at noon. So I'm going to buzz out a little early, send you love and Happy New Year.
Hi, Susan. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you
Yes,
next
thank you.
time.
I'm sorry I have to go so quick, but it blesses me just to do it for a little while.
Oh, good. Absolutely. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Jerry, we're going to move on then to the second part, which is going to focus on our hips and our psoas muscles and our lower back. So we're going to come back to mountain pose with our feet together at the front of our mat. And we're going to inhale. I'm going to step back a little bit so you can see me. Inhale, arms up, palms touch, look up again in that beautiful staff pose. And as we exhale, we're going to bend our knees and fold all the way forward. One vertebrae at a time, really feeling that in your spine. Like I said, feel free to bend your knees as necessary here. You don't have to leave them straight.
I'm telling you, my lower back is a wreck right now, so I can't really do that. That's why I'm in a ball.
So a chair would be another good option here, Jerry. You could just bend your knees a little bit and kind of lean into the chair.
Okay.
The reason that we're bending our knees here is if you keep your legs straight, you're going to feel the stretch in the back of your legs.
Right.
We're actually looking to feel the release in our back. Okay?
Right.
How does that feel for you?
It's okay this way. As long as I always have to bend my knees. I can't do anything with straight legs right now.
Perfect. And you want to do that, like I said, because you want to bring the focus to releasing your lower back. Okay. So then from here, what we're going to do as we inhale is we're going to come back up, bring your hands together, up, first of all straight, and then as you exhale, lean back just a little bit into kind of a micro back bend. And that should feel like the counter pose here with a little bit of release in your lower back. That's what we're going for. And then return to just upright with those arms still up. And this time, we're going to lean over our right side. Lean to the side, bring your arms up and over. And then you should feel that stretch down your left side.
Got it.
Beautiful. And exhale, return to center. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And with your next inhale, go ahead and lean to the left. And you should really feel a nice stretch down that whole right side of your body. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
Good. And release back to center. Inhaling and exhaling here. Now take one more really big inhale. Fill those lungs. Stretch as long as you can. And as you exhale, come back down to your chair. Bend your knees. And just really lean into the pose. I feel this a lot in my middle back too.
Down more.
All right, and when you're ready, go ahead and release. And we're going to turn around and we're going to take a child's pose. Just because it feels so good.
I love child's pose.
No, I do too. It's one of my absolute favorites. Really let yourself relax. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale and we're going to come up into a seated kneeling position for hero pose. So with your hands on your thighs here, close your eyes. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, relax. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, relax into the pose. Now for our reclined hero pose. This one, of course, the same way is just exactly wherever you're at today. You can reach behind yourself and see if you can touch the mat or touch your feet or put a block behind you. The idea is really just to kind of open up your chest, right? So as far back as you're comfortable going. Always coming back to your breath here. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're going to push ourselves back up to center. And we're going to bring our legs in front of us. We're going to set up for our butterfly pose. This is a really nice hip opener too. One of the modifiers I really like with butterfly is you can get a block and just put them on either side of your knees so you don't overly stretch or overly try to open up those hips.
I think I'm okay now.
Great. So this is kind of our preparation for the pose, is just getting into it, right? And so find, wherever you're comfortable, pushing your knees down as far as it feels good. And then we're going to inhale, really lengthen our spine. And as you exhale, we're going to fold forward. You should feel a nice stretch in your lower back. Again, remembering that wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. And with each inhale, think about lengthening your spine. And with each exhale, think about folding further into that butterfly. Beautiful. Exhale and release. Now we're going to do our fire log pose. We're going to do it on both sides. So whichever one you want to start with is fine. And then just know we're going to switch them. So I'm going to go ahead and put my left leg on top of my right leg. Just sitting on top. Nothing lotus or half lotus. We're just literally resting our leg on top of each other here. Okay. This is our setup for the position. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine, gazes up, and as you exhale, think about folding forward. Maybe bringing your arms in front of you. Again, this would be a great place to think about using a block. You don't want to stretch it too far, but you want to feel nice little stretch. This one you're going to feel predominantly in that right hip and that right psoas muscle. Jerry, do your psoas muscles bother you as well?
It's more my IT, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay. How is this?
I mean, my SI. Is the psoas the SI?
Your psoas runs down from almost your tailbone, like to the outside of your thigh and down.
No, that one doesn't bother me. It's more my SI joint. It's right on top of my iliac crest. And
how does this pose feel for that?
Oh, it feels okay, but I can't have my legs like you do. I just have them like in front of
like
each
one
other.
out in front of the other one. That's great too, right?
That's all I can do anymore.
That's wonderful. Again, it's about figuring out where you're at, right?
Right, and I can feel it just on the outside of my hip.
Yeah, and that's where I feel my psoas a lot, and that's why I wondered how that was for you. So when you're ready, release that pose, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch your legs up. So if you had your right leg in front, then now you wanna bring that left leg in front.
Okay.
I'm gonna stack my legs just because that feels comfortable for me, but again,
Okay.
I love that you're doing exactly.
I remember those days. Yep.
So we're gonna inhale and lengthen through the spine. Fill your lungs with air, and as we exhale, we're gonna fold forward. The other thing I like about using the blocks in this pose is sometimes I use them to kind of walk myself a little bit further out. That can really complement the stretch as well. And as you exhale, release. We just have 2 more poses, and then we're going to go into our guided meditation. So we're going to move into staff pose with our legs long out in front of us and together, feet are flexed. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, just fold forward, whether you're grabbing your thighs or your knees or your shins or your toes, whatever feels good for you. Really melting into it. Bend your knees as necessary here. A little micro bend in your knees might give you a better stretch in your lower back. Coming back to your breath, inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. And our last pose of the day, just to get a little bit of core work in, we're going to do a round of 3 boat poses. So you're going to sit back a little bit and bring your legs up again, wherever it feels comfortable for you. Maybe it's interlacing your hands behind your thighs and just shifting your weight back a little bit till your feet come off the ground. Do you feel that?
Yeah, that's good for me.
Good. Okay, then you can stay right there. You can release one hand or both. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hug your knees into your chest and roll back and forth. Sometimes that feels really good. It's kind of counter pose. And then we're going to move into our second boat. Whenever you're ready, deep breath in, find that sweet spot. And we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hug those knees into your chest again. And one more boat pose when you're ready. Big inhale. Hold it up there. Make it your best one. We're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Roll back and forth a few times. That feels really good on your lower back. And then we're going to move into our final relaxation and our guided meditation, okay? So go ahead and lay down in Shavasana whenever you're ready. Get your blanket if you like. Go ahead. 11:55, we're just going to do a 5-minute guided meditation. Happy baby there. Oh, I love that pose. It's really good. You're ready? Good if I start meditation now?
You have an echo.
How sound is for you?
Lion corpse pose on your back.
Can you hear that?
Bear in mind that your body will cool down during this practice, so you may want to cover yourself with a blanket. When you're ready, let your legs relax open and move your arms several inches away from the sides of your body with your palms facing up. Close your eyes and allow your entire body to soften and become heavy. Consciously relax any tight muscles. Breathe at a natural pace through your nose and feel your entire body rising and falling with each breath. Begin to soften each part of your body, starting with your toes, your feet and ankles. Move up through your calves, your knees, your thighs, hips and pelvis. Completely relax your belly and chest and release your lower back all the way up through your spine, up to your upper back and shoulders. Soften your arms all the way down through to your fingertips. Relax your neck. Soften your jaw and forehead. And continue to breathe.
Allison, can you turn it down a little bit?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry, what?
Could you just turn it down a little bit? It's real loud.
Of course. Is that better?
Yeah, that's way better. Thank you.
Slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Then give your whole body a good stretch. Now keeping your awareness inward and your eyes closed. Slowly and gently turn onto your right side and bring yourself up into a comfortable seated position. And when you're ready, open your eyes and bring this lovely feeling of being relaxed and refreshed into the rest of your day.
Okay, Jerry, and then I'd love to just end with a little bit of water breathing, if that feels good to you. It's a nice balancing breath and will stabilize your breathing for the rest of your day.
Okay.
So go ahead and cross your legs in whatever way feels comfortable to you. Bring your hands to your knees. closing your eyes. And we're going to inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Slight pause at the top and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. We do 2 more rounds like that. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Little pause at the top and exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more. Make it your best one of the day. Ready? Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill those lungs with air. Hold it at the top for just a second, and then slowly release your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now bring your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your abdomen. You can repeat silently if you like, whatever feels good, but may this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. May this practice heal and strengthen my body and my mind. Namaste. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm sorry that, well, we needed to be here for Susan anyway, I guess. Right?
I'm so glad we could do it, and I'm so glad you came, and I love to do it with you. And I'm just sorry, like I said, that we've been having such issues with our internet. And
Where do you live?
we are with Xfinity or Comcast. We used to be.
What part of town?
Oh, we're near Old Town.
So you're near the Pink Warrior House, sort of?
Yeah, really. You know where Cocina Azul is? The restaurant at 12th and Mountain. We're about a block. We're about a block from there. And so we used to have CenturyLink, and we switched over hoping it would be better. And it's just been kind of a massive problems. But I don't feel like I can properly instruct modifications from a tiny screen like this. So I just have a hard time teaching yoga from my phone. I much prefer to do it from the computer. So we just kind of lost a couple people because I had to switch it, but I'm so grateful that we got to do it together, and we'll put it up on YouTube, and hopefully people will continue to practice and enjoy it, and we'll have more for next month.
Just quickly, I have a friend that lives on 11th Street, just north of Mountain Road. And so we were walking all around